Okay, Peter Hudson, Peak Performance Golf, World Golf Teaching Federation and Your Golf Academy. I'm following up a little 10 tips that I posted on the FORE Business LinkedIn page, and this is exclusively for the FORE Business people, because for the most part we know that you're reasonably occasional players. I'm sure there's going to be some very good players join FORE Business and regular players, but this wonderful idea that Sean and Aaron have had is giving the opportunity for people to play golf within their business day where they might not play. And certainly most of the people I've met so far, probably the only time they'll play is with the FORE Business group, which is great for them and great for FORE Business. So why are these 10 tips, or tips just like them, because there's a 100 other things, why are they so important to most of you? The reason they're so important is because most of us don't know how to swing this club, and you probably never will. You'll certainly never have a great golf swing that's performing to all the laws of science, of our anatomy, of angular motion, of momentum, of centrifugal and centrifugal forces. So, you know, we've got to find some way to get better performance, and the best way is going to be to utilize those skills that you already have, whether that's in knowing how your own body moves and is balanced, and the rhythm of your own body, what feels awkward to your body, or in your capacity to think your way around the golf course. So I want to go through in a little bit more detail those 10 tips, but again as quick as possible. So the first one was warm up, and we see a lot of information on the internet about stretching certain muscles, and really unless we're playing regularly, all we need to do is to warm up, i.e. to get the blood pumping through the muscles, so that they are just awake almost. The proprioceptors are ready, whether it be as you walk over uneven ground or as you swing that golf club. The mistakes that are made are when we see people with 2 or 3 clubs warming up, because that's doing the exact opposite of what we want to do. You're putting cold muscles that haven't warmed up under strain with that extra weight. So that seems a little bit silly for my mind. So just warming up on the spot is fine. So I'll have a little just jog up and down just to get everything moving, and then what I'll do is I'll put my arms across my chest and I'll make that swing that I'm going to make. So again, what I'm doing is warming up those muscles I'm going to use. I then might get my hands and arms out, and this is quite useful because then I can feel those things in the swing that I want to work on. Eventually then I'll get the club and I'll make a few swings with the club. So what I'm doing is just warming up those muscles that I want to work. And of course, if you can get to the driving range and hit a few full swings before you go and see where the ball's going, that's going to be really good. But just that's enough. Not caring what people think, and of course this will coincide again with the next one, number 3. So I'll probably put those two together, in that you know, look, nobody cares whether you score 5 points or 45 points. Probably if you score 45 points, you're just going to get called a bandit anyway, and then Sean's going to come along and cut you. So you still have a good day, but you've just got to not worry about what score you're going to post, whether you have a par, whether you have a double bogey. We've got to come into this game with the main goal that we're going to make friends, we're going to network, we're going to get out and feel the fresh air and enjoy ourselves, which again is where, you know, these outcome goals can be so destructive. You know, hoping to play well, thinking that we should hold 3-foot putts. No, we're not going to, because one, we're probably anatomically not as fit as we probably should be. We certainly, within the golf swing, don't even probably know how to set up our bodies correctly, so they're going to have little or no chance to deliver a great swing repetitively. So every now and again we get that club face square and we hit a good shot, and that's why we come back. So the process goals I'm talking about, again, are those ones that follow: picking a small target, having a practice swing that then has the target connected. So we're making this practice swing, but also we're trying to deliver and connect to that small target that we've chosen. Not only should that target be small, but we want to find the biggest area that we possibly can where we'll make the biggest mistake and put that point in the center of that. So knowing that we're probably not going to hit that pinprick, if we really aim correctly in the first place, get connected to it, then try and hit it to that point, when we miss it by 30 yards, it's still going to be on the fairway or still somewhere playable. So once we then get into the imagery, then, you know, how vivid can you make it? How much can you desire the shot? One of the book I'm currently writing, How to Have a Hole-in-One Guarantee, is first of all about putting up the desire to actually put it in the hole in the first place. So if we want to hit a good shot, then we first of all got to decide where we want it to go, the pinprick. Then we've got to warm up to it, and then we've got to see, hear and feel the shot that we're going to hit. And the more clarity that you can bring to that, the more we're going to manifest that behavior. The more we're really programming the unconscious, we're telling this brain here what it is we want to do. Most of us stand up on that tee and hope we don't make an idiot of ourselves. Well, that's not a very good goal. So if we have a process goal of making sure that we're setting up, we've picked our target, we've made some practice swings, then we're increasing our opportunity to get there. As I said, the practice swing links in very much. These all pinprick target, a sense of where the target is, an idea, a creation of some sort of imagery of what we want to do, and then matching the practice swings so they all get together. And then the next thing is accepting yourself. So whatever the outcome of the shot, you just accept yourself. You accept that you're enough and that you did everything you could do, and that is the best that you can do with what you're putting in. If you decide that you want to have a golf swing and you want to have lessons, then someone like me is going to show you how to do that, and I will guarantee that you will be able to play the golf of your dreams, but only when you decide that you want that desperately, and you'll put all the time, money and energy into doing that, you will achieve it. I use something called energy tapping for the accept yourself, and it also put that in with the imagery. So quite often, if I feel that I need that extra bit of focus, as I look at the shot that I want to hit, I will actually say, even if I don't hit this shot out the middle of the club and it's set off like an intercept missile going up into the air, hanging against the blue sky before it drops next to the pin and spins back into the hole, I totally and utterly forgive myself. Which is like doing that, accepting yourself before you do it. Breathing. It is the way to get relaxed around the course. But not only to get relaxed around the course, to start to notice everything that's going on. And that could include, on the greens, looking at the borrow. Or as you make a decision, having clarity. The best way to get this breathing correct is a 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out motion from the diaphragm. You'll notice after 3 or 4 of those, it will be impossible to be tense, angry, frustrated, and you'll begin to notice things that will help you in your round of golf. Finally, effortless, no trying. This really comes from The Inner Game of Golf by Tim Gallwey. Tim Gallwey wrote this book back in the late 70s, which inspired many people within that sports psychology realm. It goes back to accepting yourself and all that you have on the day, but it's also about not trying, just letting it go, allowing the swing to happen. It certainly concerns not having swing thoughts. So the only swing thought that we should have in mind is where we're going to, that specific pinprick target, or how we're going to get there. Everything else then should become an automatic response. So these 10 tips, they're just some of many that you can take advantage of. But they're mostly about using the skills that you already have rather than additional talents. So that, we know when we feel unbalanced when we make a practice swing. We know when it's too fast or too slow. Certainly if, we pick a pinprick target on the floor as well as where we're going to go to and assess whether we hit that on the way, we can assess those things. So I think that overall I'm saying use those skills that you already have and take control of those, because you are enough. You have enough. You can perform massively better if you use some of these ideas just with your own skill set. If you want to become the best player you possibly can, I can pretty much assure you that, and it may sound maybe even arrogant to some people, but that I know more than 99.999% of all these coaches, and if I don't, then I'm very humble in admitting that I don't, and I'll go and ask the world's leading expert in that field to help and advise you. So sure, if you want to develop your golf swing, I'm there for you, but if not, I'm happy to give you this advice. I'm also happy to come out within the FORE Business format, and you can invite me along for your free 4-ball, and I'll come along and look at your game, analyse it, film it, make full reports, tell you some of the things that technically you might be able to do within your remit, but also tell you exactly how you can play better golf, score better golf, have more fun, feel less frustration, enjoy yourself more while you're on the golf course, and even maybe make more business by being more relaxed and more aware of what other people are doing. Because again, we're there to network. This is what FORE Business is about, to network to make more money. So hey, I hope this has helped. I'll be publishing more information. Feel free to call me anytime with any question. It'll be totally free. Call me on 07939 584 010. I look forward to talking to you, and I hope that you can help me develop my business as well. Thanks for listening.